Hi there, my name is NetherYam, and today we're playing Subnautica. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. When we last left off, oh boy, howdy. It's getting a little complicated and a little bit troublesome. We're running into issues where I'm not generating enough power. And I spent a little time off camera. You can see that we now have 62 million credits. It's going up pretty fast. And I tried downloading another mod to see if that could help me figure it out. You can see up on the top, I got my little +0, -0. This is the better power information mod, and it does, like, I mean, it can see things. It can see the windsurfers, it can see power storage, it can see stuff like that. It can see the 3 Alterra gens that I've got outside, but otherwise it clearly just doesn't know how to handle the mod, the FCS mod, so not particularly helpful. But I did a little, tried to do a little math, figure out, I mean, this says it's using 3.4 power per second. The drillers say they use 17 point something or other power per second. It doesn't say power per second, but it was, I did a little testing to confirm that. Same with these. These don't say 3.4 per second, but I can only assume that's what it is. And with all of my math and how much the wind turbines appear to be generating, I should be able to run 8 consumers and 4 miners. That, however, is not the case. So either there's something that consumes a fair bit more power in here than I realize, or one of these things isn't really displaying its math correctly or something like that, or I'm just not understanding something. All of those things are potentially true and possible. But because it seems like the max is 6 consumers, 3 drillers. And unfortunately, looking through the numbers, that appears to be an entire a wind farm. So this is it. This is as big as this base is going to get. And in order to build another one, in order to build another base like this, even this size, right, we're going to take all those down. We're going to take these down. This is it. 3 drillers, 6 consumers. It's a lot. It's giving me a ton of money. And we'll see how many of these I can build. I'm just going to start building them like this and just build 3, build them 3 and 6, But in order to do that, I need an entire wind farm. So for every one of these I build, I also need to build a new wind farm, which is, whoo boy, a little bananas. So, I mean, I guess that's it. I don't, the wind farm, this wind farm that we're using here, I went to every base to confirm. This is using wind farm 3. It's the only thing that is pulling from wind farm 3. So wind farm 3 can just handle this. And obviously we've got some things in here, right? So it's not just the consumers and the drillers. Like, I don't know how much power this uses. So this could be the dark horse. That could be using a ton of power. I assume it doesn't use a ton of power unless it's running. And it's not even running right now. So for all I know, this is, no, I don't know. I don't exactly know what that's doing. This specifically says how much it uses. I don't know if these use power. I don't know if the base itself takes power. I mean, I was Googling for a while today. I've been like looking all over the place trying to find out the information to this, and pretty much everyone just says get this mod, and it's like, well, I mean, maybe that's giving me some information, but I don't think so. I don't know what I'm learning from that. So, because, like, I don't exactly know what this information is. We got 14, 14, 14, 15, 14, 16, 14, 17, 14, 18. So that's 5? Is that little groups? 15, 14, 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 14, 15, 16, 14, 15, 17, 18, 16. A windsurfer platform is 17, 16. So I guess that could be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, that actually is the That actually is... Oh, I don't have 15. Oh my gosh, I always forget this. I don't have 15 drillers. I have 14, of course. That's gonna change it a little bit. Okay, I mean, it's still more. Like, the math that I am looking at says I should be creating, with 14, I should be creating about 107 power per second. And then I should be using, if I had 4 drillers running and 8 consumers running, that should be 99 power per second, including the hydroponic harvester. Not including the constructor, or the autocrafter. So again, that could be the number there. Because with the way that I have it, with 3 drillers and 6 consumers, my math says, and a hydroponic harvester, my math says I'm using 75 power per second, and it's going up. So I'm not far off, I don't think, but I don't know, for some reason 100 power per second and using generating 107 power per second and using 75 power per second, I feel like that number should be going up way faster than that, right? Like, that's a 25 power per second that I'm not using. That seems significant. I feel like the way how slowly that number up at the top is going up, 80, 88, 80, 85, is not even going up. Now it's going down. How's it now going down? Now I'm losing power. I didn't even change anything. What happened? It was going up like a minute ago. What? I don't understand. So yeah, the power in this game is, as far as I'm concerned, busted. But then also, like, what are these windsurfers doing? Why do I have some windsurfers that are green? Like they're full, it seems like. Is that just me? And I'm not even taking its Alterra gens into account, just because it doesn't seem like they're doing very much. But like, I'm not sure if these wind farms output the kind of power that I expect. I think we gotta go take a look. I'm just so confused. I wish it was a little bit more clear. You know? Like, I mean, you know, in vanilla particularly, it doesn't super matter. But even there, I never quite felt like I understood what the heck was going on, right? You're just like, well, I don't have enough power, I guess I'll add some more solar panels.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But I don't know, like, it gets just wild. Let me see, what does it look like in here? Okay. That doesn't see anything. So, that's broken. I mean, that has a plus 94 on the power, so I mean, it's seeing something. I don't know, maybe we can see these more, because like, I'm sure the telepower pylons are something that this, whoa. Are my, oh, that doesn't seem right. Uh-oh. Something broke my names, and I assume it's that power mod. Oh well, not really the end of the world. We'll, if anything goes wrong, we'll just revert. I made sure it's backed up my save game before I put this mod on, so if it totally breaks everything, we'll just go back to the way it was when we started today. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, and I don't care about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I just don't understand what the power is all about. Like, are there seriously just green turbines in here? Because I know, like, the power draws sequentially in vanilla, right? So you put, you know, yeah, like this one's full. What? Yeah. So yeah, like legitimately, I don't think I'm legitimately actually getting all of the power that's being generated by these. And it doesn't seem to have anything to do with their position. Well, I don't know. These ones. These ones on the corners. Those two don't seem to be. Maybe they have to surround it. Let me play around with this a little bit real quick, because maybe maybe it has to do with my positioning. First of all, these are useless. Get out of here. I'm done with you. And then we'll go ahead and not use this at all, because come on now, we're not. What a waste. So let me go ahead and remove a few of these. And instead, I mean, you'd think that these two would be, well, I don't know. All right, I'm going to go like this instead. Now the power's going up. Is that what it was? Like, is that a thing? I mean, that's going up though. I mean, I would expect some of them to charge. I mean, if I'm generating more power than I'm using, I would expect them to charge. But I'd also expect the power to go up, not down. So, but now the power is going up. And it's going up not insignificantly. I mean, I'm not down at the lava deep, so who knows, but you know. Well, now it says 15,400. Oh, right, because I don't have the battery thingies, which I don't care about. Is that it? Is that gonna be a thing? They can't be too far away from the controller? I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't feel like there's anything in the documentation to imply that. Like, or in the functionality, right? If I click here, it should be like, this is not a valid space. If that's the case. But like, yeah, now it's going up at a rate I can kind of get behind. Let me go see. I think I have one more wind doodad at the base. Let me go see. Okay. I'll be fine. Because that'll change the game a little bit. Not like a ton. But at least it'll make... If my numbers start to make sense, at least then I'll know I'm not going crazy. Because that's the big problem I've been having with this so far, is that I just don't seem to be able to get the numbers I expect to get. I don't seem to be able to see any consistency or, you know, rationale to what's going on. But if that's the case, that one's not messed up. Why are those ones messed up? But base is fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I have one more wind turbine just lying around. Also, let's have a snack. But yeah, if I can just feel like my brain is working right, then, and I'm getting what I expect to get, I'd be much happier about the whole situation. I'm still a little concerned, as I think I always will be, about frame rates and tick rates and things like that, because I mean, it's not huge, it's not terrible right now. This is totally playable. I'm not seeing a huge impact. But I feel like as I build more of these wind farms, it becomes a little bit more noticeable. So, well, like, where would this go? And you're telling me this is okay? So maybe here then. All right, buddy. I mean, that's down. Like, you know, that's not building. That is. But again, it's not that I don't expect them to build. I just expect if they're going to build, I want to see that number in here go up, you know? And I am. And now I am seeing it go up. But am I seeing it going up 25 a second? Certainly not. But I mean, it's going up 5. It's going up 5 a second. That's just doesn't track with my math. But maybe that's how it works. Maybe power, maybe it's particularly the telepower pylons, but maybe power just doesn't get pushed faster than it needs to do, right? It's sending it at the rate it needs it, and the excess is going into the storage. Maybe? I don't know, but now these ones are full. So, honestly, don't know. Don't know. Oh well. But let's see if, because now I do have 15. And again, my math did imply that I could have 4 drillers and 8 consumers running at the same time. Let's see if that's the case. That's possible it isn't. Like, it's close. My thing says if I'm running 15 turbine or 15 doodads, 4 drillers, and 8 consumers, should be generating 114.99, essentially 115 power per second, give or take, and I should be using 99. But again, I'm not 100% sure that what all uses the power, and the constructor, it doesn't take any power to keep the lights on, to generate oxygen. Obviously, I'm not using the Alterra Gen oxygen generators, so we don't have that. But does it take power just to keep the lights on? Right? If you don't have power, the lights go off. So you'd think, yeah, but I don't know if that's how the game designs it. All right, so I'm currently, it's going up, not by a lot. Oh, but it's not even going up now. See, I'm getting different numbers here than I am up at the wind farm. Why is that? This is completely even. All right, but again, that could be maybe just because the wind farm or the telepower pylon only sends as much power as possible or is needed. So let's turn these on and just see what happens. I'm gonna turn on 1 more drill and 2 more consumers. And we're just gonna see if it just starts tanking, or can we stay stable? It's certainly dropping at a pretty considerable rate. So I feel like something is either lying to me or I'm a real big idiot, because everything about my math, all the things that tell me what's going on upstairs, when I look at the windmills, they say they generate a certain amount of power per second. They say it in minutes, but right, that's a pretty easy division to do. So they generate 490.2, I think it is, power per minute. So that's about 7-ish power per second. And so times 15 is about 115 power per second. And I'm using 99. I don't understand. So why is it? It's dropping like almost 20 per second. I feel like a weird, you know, a little bit of rounding errors or whatever that I might have done here or there, can't possibly account for 20 power a second. In fact, I think my math is not even taking into consideration that the wind turbines do like 490.2 per minute. I think I might have just dropped that 0.2. So theoretically, I should be generating more power than my math is saying. So I don't know why I'm so off. And it just seems very weird. And again, I'm not even taking these into account. Not that they're generating a ton, but you know, this is complete extra based on compared to my calculations. So I don't know what's going on. These are all full blast. They're all max, you know, but I'm calculating it based on this number, 3.4, which I assume is per second. You know, and that's max. So this should be the number that I'm generating at. And you know, the drills are very clear. Again, they don't have a time, they don't have a unit, but I'm a 17, you know, per second seems pretty legit. So, and now it's happily going up. It was static a moment ago, and now it's increasing. Doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I think I know what to do. And I don't like it. I don't like that I don't seem to be able to figure it out, because I can usually get to the bottom of stuff if necessary. Is there any way to... Oh no. There's no way to drain these? Alright. Alright, let me make sure these are all... Let me see here. Oh, you're not gonna tell me, huh? Oh, you're not gonna tell me at all? Oh, it doesn't tell me what this thing's number is. Guys, come on. I don't know if they're going to fix any of these problems for version 2 or whatever it is that they're planning to release, assuming that ever comes out, but just some a little consistency would be lovely. Okay, so, but I think I put those in order, so I'm going to assume that it is these here. Oh, they're not even on the list. Oh, they're not on the list. Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do instead is turn these off. And then turn these on. Well, actually, hold on. Let me confirm that it, in fact, changes as I turn them on and off. Yeah, okay. So now there's just that one I just turned on. So, and it's 15. I think I noticed 14 was the last one in the list before. So, I'll go ahead and turn these on. But we will disable the feeding of kyanite to them. And then we'll let them burn through what they have, and then once they're empty, I will tear them down. Because they're not going to do any good anymore. Obviously, I could have done the 6 that, you know, I could have done this the other way around. Disabled all the ones I had active already. Disable all these ones in here. But, whatever. But that's where I'm going to want them anyway, so, you know, we're starting to also see sort of a, you know, like a little 3x3 platform with 6 consumers and 3 drillers is all you need. So I don't need any of these. I don't need any of that. We'll just do that. We'll set up another wind farm. And that's just what we'll do. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do a little shopping while I'm waiting for those to get drained out. So what we'll need is one wind surfer operator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That doesn't sound right. What did I miss? Did I miss the operator? Nope, I missed a wind turbine. 15. 15 windsurfers. We're going to need a power pylon. We're going to need a refined storage. We'll get a couple of disks, a transmitter, a server rack, a monitor, an antenna. I wish I could group these. I wish I could package them up, like bundle them, so I could just one click buy all of this every time. We're gonna need 3 drillers. Cool. And the consumers are not purchasable, unfortunately. I think that's it. I think that's all we need for... Oh, no. Nope. Hold on. Hydroponic harvester and autocrafter. All right. So, it costs 8.2 million credits to set up one, and plus all the stuff in the OCF. You know, I'm not even counting that. Just Alterra bucks wise, it takes 8 point. But I have a whole set of these, so I guess in a way I don't even need to buy those, or make another set of those. So the next one will be basically free in terms of that, and I technically do already have the drillers, so I could also. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying technically as if it's a maybe. It's a definite. I already have 3 ore drillers, so I don't really need these, but. It's good to see what the number is gonna be, right? Because I'm gonna have to do this basically every time. I just got rid of the wrong thing. So that was a antenna. Okay, so but for now, this is all I need right now because I already have 3 ore drillers. There's 2 out there, and then I was testing one out, taking it. I wanted to see if it could generate enough of its own power. Basically being down at the bottom here using its thermal generator, because I assume this is pretty hot. I didn't put it right in the lava. That might be worth testing, but I don't know if it gets a ton hotter. And also if that's the only place I could put drillers, it wouldn't help me. It would have to be something I could put down dozens, but no, it does not even remotely generate enough power on its own to kick it up to 100 ore per second. Now, I don't have to do that. That could also be another way of handling this, right? Where I power the consumers off of the wind surfers, and I set the drills to be under their own power. That way I could put as many as I wanted. And it wouldn't really matter. I wouldn't have to turn them up at that point, right? I could have dozens or hundreds sitting on the floor here in this lava zone, just churning out 25 ore per day. But you know, not needing any external power. Problem is, I don't think there's any way to do that. Because I don't think there's any way to. Because I could put them down at the bottom of the floor under their own power, right? But I would need power to run the hydroponic harvester and stuff to keep them having lubricant. And then I wouldn't be able to have the ore consumers at the same base, I don't think. Because, like, if I need to run the ore consumers off of windsurfers, then I would need, I would need power to go to that base, and then the ore consumer or the drillers would just take that power, right? I don't know if there's any way for me to tell the drillers not to use the power unless they're just not part of the base. So, but maybe it makes more sense to build a base, to build this in a way where the ore drillers can generate their own power and enough power for the ore consumer? Would that work? I might try that. Maybe I can get it to the point where they don't need any external power, right? Because the base can use, I think the base can use the driller's power as its power source. So could I generate enough power with just the ore consumer or the drillers to run ore consumers all the way low? Everything's low. Everything as low as possible. Could I generate enough power for that? Maybe. But I don't know. It all, you know, if frame rates and tick rates and stuff, if the stability of the game was not a concern, this would be a very different conversation, right? I don't care if I have to build an entire wind farm for each one of these. I'm just worried that's not going to be possible after a while, right? I'm worried that it's going to be just a massive hit to the functioning of this entire enterprise, right? It's hard to imagine that I will be able to get all the way through this and increase the size of my base to be large enough to handle that, given how it's already going. But that might not be an issue. And I don't know if building a ton of low powered drillers would actually make it better. That might make it worse. I don't know. Is it better to build 15 solar sail or wind sails so that I could run 3 drillers, or is it better to run, 4 drillers I guess it would be 12 drillers on their own, at 25 ores a day? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe we'll mess around with that next episode. See if it's even viable. If I turn 3 of them or 12 of them, but I probably won't play around with it that much. But let's say 3 or 2 or 1. Could I reasonably power the ore consumers as well off of the drills? And then, I don't know. We'll see. It would just need so many more machines that I have a feeling that might actually end up being less efficient frame rate wise, right? Because to get the same kind of number we're getting here, where I'm essentially processing 100 kyanite a day, that would require a lot of machines. 12 drillers at 25 a day. Well, I'm not even processing 100. I'm processing 300 kyanite a day, practically. I think we're mining a bit more than we're using, but 2 consumers essentially keep up with 1 driller at 100 a day. So with 6 drillers, we are essentially processing almost 300 kyanite a day. I don't know how we could possibly get to that number with everything at its lowest point. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, I think it's going to have to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. When I come back with more Subnautica, we will clean this area up. Maybe I might just do that off camera, get rid of the rest of these ore consumers, and, move the resources because they take up quite a lot of inventory space. Get that all cleaned up, turn these ones back on, and that'll really sort of show us how much space we really need. And then we'll go into building a second one. I'll go ahead and purchase this. We can send this to base 13. No, we'll send it to the lava deeps. And then, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do a little testing with low power options or self-powered options to see if that is even viable. I have a feeling it's not viable, and I have a feeling that even if it was viable, we probably wouldn't want to do it. But we'll play around with it nevertheless. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you again, and I hope you have an incredible day. Okay, bye! Thank you again for watching the video. If you'd like to see more from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live. I'd also very much love to hear from you down in the comments below.